again, today we're going to be talking a little bit about George Berkeley, Bishop of Cloyne, at the end of his life, born in Ireland, empiricist philosopher, and also known as an idealist. Berkeley denies the existence of matter, and he does this on the basis of empiricist principles, the idea that all of our knowledge comes to us through our senses. Nothing is known or acquired through any kind of innate principles or ideas, which he denies just as much as Locke does. As we look at Berkeley's dialogues, we will see, however, also a fair amount of criticism directed against his fellow empiricist Locke, and so this will be a chance to look further into the works of Locke and the ideas that Locke develops by comparing some of his principles with what Berkeley does with them. In particular, the distinction between primary and secondary qualities. The three dialogues now are a discussion between two fictional characters, one named Hylas and one named Philonous. These names are not accidental. Hylas is derived from the Greek word hule, a term introduced by Aristotle into philosophy meaning matter. This is the word we translate as matter. The original meaning of hule in Greek was timber, but Aristotle uses it in this technical meaning of matter, material stuff. And Philonous is also a Greek, put together from a Greek word. It means a lover of reason. So we see where Berkeley stands in this debate here, right? Philonous is the voice of reason in Berkeley's view, and Hylas is mistaken in his views. Now, the dialogue opens with Hylas quite worked up upon meeting Philonous one morning. Hylas couldn't sleep the night before because of rumors he had heard about Philonous. He thought that he was told that his friend Philonous was a skeptic, and this, he thought, was a terrible thing. So this appears to be something that both Hylas and Philonous agree with. Whether or not Philonous is a skeptic remains a topic of debate a ways into the dialogues. Now, Hylas thinks that Philonous is a skeptic, and by skeptic we mean literally it's someone who denies the possibility, well, not literally, but it's actually in philosophical context here, it's someone who denies the possibility of knowledge. And Hylas takes Philonous to be a skeptic because he thinks that Philonous denies the existence of real things, by which he means that he denies the existence of material things altogether. He doesn't think there are any material things, which in Hylas's view is denying the existence of reality. Whether or not that is a denial of the existence of real things, the independent existence of real things or not, well, that's part of a topic for the dialogues to examine. So this issue of skepticism remains, a little beneath the surface here. Hylas feeling that this is a skeptical conclusion. Philonous will be defending idealism, and in the process also defending this idea that this is indeed a commonsensical position. And that certainly should come as somewhat of a surprise to us as well as to Hylas here, the idea that he is arguing for a common sense view. And both of them are united, perhaps, and we'll see some of this in Hume too. They are united in the idea that philosophers sometimes dream up and imagine quite extravagant and implausible theories to explain the nature of things, getting caught up in their own thoughts, and that these are not well founded in real life, day-to-day existence, and common sense. So this issue of what the vulgar would defend, meaning not what vulgar does today, but meaning what the ordinary, everyday person would think is true based on common sense, versus what a philosopher would say, that is to say, someone who is so caught up in abstruse, obscure, and abstract ideas that they've lost all touch with reality. This distinction we will find is an undercurrent here in both both Berkeley's writings, and we'll find this also in Hume, our final author for the course. And a skeptic is, in both of their views, someone who would fall into the philosophical side of this divide between the philosophical and the vulgar, the side of healthy common sense. And we'll see that Philonous is going to defend idealism and also defend the idea that his idealism, in fact, is completely in accordance with what common sense tells us.